And good evening, race fans, and thank you for joining us again on another Sunday night for FTR Racing. Thank you, everybody. Give me one second. I had a malfunction right there. Good evening, everybody. I am Shady Acres. Thank you for joining me on another Sunday night on the Shady Acres broadcast and YouTube channel. Usually with me every night. My partner in crime, Nick, is usually with me, but he has definitely earned the night off tonight after yesterday. We held the third annual Travis Tyson Memorial Race, and it was an incredible 7 hours yesterday. And I know Nick is taking the night off tonight and kicking back and relaxing and getting some fluids back in him. And going to take back and just tune into the broadcast tonight. So I'm just going to sit back. It's going to be kind of a lazy broadcast tonight, just because I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't drink as much fluids as I probably should have, and um, I'm not getting any younger myself, and just beating myself up on a fishing boat all those years. Uh, 7 years in the chair here. I definitely took a few extra seconds to stretch this morning, so we're just kicking back this Sunday afternoon and this Sunday evening. Going to watch a great race tonight with these guys in FTR, as there are only 3 races left in the schedule now. So the season is winding down and winding to a close, as these guys have already qualified. They're getting ready to go green. And remember, you guys, that as we are in Richmond tonight, and being Richmond is a short track, so tonight's length will be only 50%. So usually it is 100% length, but tonight, and with the rules that it is only a short track, so therefore it is only a 50% length. So honestly, couldn't thank the NASCAR gods and JD himself for just I don't know if he meant to work that in the schedule on purpose, or it just so happened to work out that way. But I'm pretty thankful. I'll be honest with you. I'm just that's why I'm just gonna kick back and sit back, and these guys, they should be rolling the clock here pretty much any second, as they are already back in the lobby. And surprise, we got a surprise on the pole tonight. Super Dave takes the pole tonight. How about that? Super Dave definitely not having a season that he has certainly wanted. Has had nothing. If he hadn't had bad luck, he's had no luck at all, pretty much, the way the season has gone for him. But this could just be what it takes to turn it around for the last couple races of the season. And grabbing a pole tonight, that's pretty cool. That's pretty impressive. So, or I'm sorry, we're at Charlotte tonight. We said I thought Richmond. I meant Charlotte. I apologize about that, you guys. But anyway, yes, Richmond is, or I'm sorry, Super Dave on the pole tonight, with Ingletown out starting on the outside pole. And we will get into the point standings here in just a bit. And I got my iced tea, first class iced tea again ready. Probably should have drank some more of this iced tea, fresh brewed iced tea. Only way, well, not only way, but main way I drink iced tea. And I'll get a Snapple iced tea whenever I'm out and about or something like that. You can't get fresh brew. But I definitely should have had a few more of those yesterday. I can feel it, just dehydrated more than anything. It's pretty hot here. It was where I'm at Annapolis, Maryland, but right next to Naval Academy. I think it got about 85, 87, and the humidity on that was on top of it. And I didn't have my air conditioner on. I just had my fans going because I'm not a big air conditioner guy. And being in on the cold side, I like the warm weather and the hot weather myself. So I just had the fans on going, but definitely sweated a little bit more than I probably wanted to. As we are now getting to join. Like I said, we're going to get to those points here in just a little bit, as we have already got the join, and we are going racing here tonight at Charlotte. And take the moment real quick and thank our sponsors: 52 Truck and Auto Repair, Wheels on Wheels, Linda's Fashions and Accessories, and FTR Custom Designs. I want to thank all of our sponsors each and every week, everything that they do for us and putting on the program. But it should be a real interesting race. It should be a real good race. Charlotte is a very interesting track. It is a very interesting track. Kind of go over it as the race goes on. As Super Dave in that one car getting his first pole of the season. And we are green at Charlotte. Oh, we got car in the grass. It looked like Kenrod back in the back. The 7 car, and he is around. Kenrod into the wall. And looking on the stream, I do not see a caution yet. Big mishap for Kenrod as he got caught up. Chance of, more than likely, he got caught up with somebody getting really wicked loose off of turn 4, which is a classic thing here in Charlotte, and it might, and he looks like maybe Blazing the 13 also, yeah, he got a piece of it or part of it somewhere along the line. He's got some damage to that front right fender as well. But kind of uncharacteristic for Kenrod to be qualifying kind of in the back. He usually kind of qualifies up towards the front. What I don't see, he got a lot of damage or much damage at all, actually, that I can plainly see. It looks like Blazing got the worst end of that deal. Let's get back up in front as we check in with Super Dave in that one car. Super Dave taking himself a commanding lead now over second place Ingletown, who qualifies second. Let's finish introducing these drivers to you. Third place, Fire Truck in the A car. He's looking for a good finish tonight. Has a great qualifying spot. Love to see it. JD driving that 4 car. He's looking to have a good top 5 run or better today. J.M. Manry in the 9. He's always looking to get up in there. I'm not sure he qualified well. I'm not sure he might got qualified. He's stuck on the outside and kind of falling back a little bit. Funagi in the 98. Good to see him climbing up here through the ranks. He's in the top 3. I would love to see Funagi get a win. Same with Blazing in the 13. He's got a mountain to climb, it looks like, with the right fronter that way. Hopefully it didn't have any other damage to the car to throw it all out of whack. Next up, Rodney in the 90 car. I would love to see Rodney also have a really good run tonight. And we brought up Kenrod and mentioned Kenrod in that 7 car. He's going to need those flames on the side of his car to catch back up. And then Dusty Rhodes in the 20. Same with Dusty Rhodes. Looks like maybe he got kind of either had to check up or something, but he lost the main pack draft, but plenty of time to get up. And Shack Attack driving that blacked out 44 tonight. I'd like to see that kind of a little bit, that plain black. And he's driving that 44, looking for a good run. And that is our driver lineup as we check it back circle it back around to Super Dave, who is out to a pretty good lead now. And just holding. As the top 5, as of right now, are Super Dave, your leader, Inaltown in 2nd, Funagi in 3rd, Fire Truck in 4th, and Shack Attack in 5th. We are in stage 1 with 14 laps to go, 13 this next time by. Well, looks like the yellow number 8 Fire Truck looked like he wiggled a little loose a little bit maybe. Which we're gonna see. We're gonna look for that coming off of turn 4. Everybody knows coming off of turn 4 here at Charlotte, much like coming off of turn 4 at Texas, but especially here at Charlotte, because turn 3 and 4, as you see, it's kind of a tight turn. It's kind of a tight turn to it, so it's really easy to overcorrect the steering wheel, and if you don't straighten it out in time, and you don't straighten those wheels back in time, that's when you will see somebody taking a slide through the infield, as we see the 44 now of Shack Attack making the pass on the 8 car, as well as the 9 of Jay Manry. Jay Manry, he follows that 44 right on under, and he's going to take 5th place, and that'll move Fire Truck back to 6th, but looks like he's still got the draft of those 4 cars right there. And JD looks like he's kind of hanging back there a little bit, trying to catch back up. But not much going on at the front. Super Dave still with the 0.3 second lead on Inaltown. And I believe these guys will have to pit one time this first stage. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it, but I think they have to pit this at one time in this first stage. And we have got 10 to go now. So we should see those if they need to, if they have to, because they're like, all season long they do have mandatory pit stops each and every stage. So if there is a mandatory pit stop for this stage, then we will be seeing them here in the next several laps. Trying to keep my eye on the leader to see if he was gonna come down pit road. And we got a battle now for 3rd spot, as looks like Jay Manry just made the pass on the 44 car. Moved Jay Manry up to P3. Showing some early strength and early muscle in this 9 car, as he qualified well, and for whatever reason I'm pretty sure he probably got stuck on the outside, fell back quite a ways, but here he is and has battled his way back up to 3rd. That just shows you right there what kind of car that 9 car at. He has a front row seat too. Looks like we might have a challenge for the lead. And we do. Inaltown has caught and has passed the 1 car of Super Dave. So put Inaltown to the point now. Oh, we got a car that looked like Funagi way up high up into the wall. Yeah, Funagi got way, I think he may have gotten loose off of 4, and had to steer out of it, got him tight up into the wall, got out of the throttle. He's going to lose one position to JD, but it's certainly better than losing, 12 or 13 places to the rear. But he's still now currently in 7th spot, and he can come back. He can make that ground back up. Kind of trying to see maybe if Super Dave will make a move here on Ingletown, as these laps are very fastly wearing thin, as we've got 3 laps to go, so there will be 2 laps to go this next time by. Does Super Dave have anything left? Obviously, there's no pit stops, because they would have to be making pit stops now. So, as they came to pick up past that flag, or I'm sorry, the line that time, we have got 2 laps to go. Let's see if Super Dave if he has anything for this 11 car, or if he is even gonna chance pushing it, which looks like we don't see, as Ingletown off turn 4 and through the tri-oval and wins stage 1 at Charlotte. Congratulations to Ingletown, taking stage 1. Super Dave in 2nd, Shack Attack in 3rd, Jay Manry in 4th, Fire Truck in 5th, and JD in 6th, Funagi in 7th, Rodman in 8th, Kenrod in 9th, and Blazin rounds out the top 10. So even though Blazin got caught up in that earlier melee with Kenrod, he was able to bounce back and grab a top 10 finish for stage 1. We'll see what happens here as we go on stage 2. And I think Rodney forgot to pit. Yep, he forgot to pit. Oh, man. At the beginning of a stage, too, and not just a caution. Oh, I hate seeing that. That is absolutely terrible to see. And it gives Ingletown the lead with ease this time. Now, granted, he would have probably had it anyway, coming out of turn 2 off of the restart with somebody next beside him, but still, you never know. Super Dave has a fast race car. He might have gotten off around him on the side, But now, Super Dave behind Ingletown in that dirty air. And look at Shack Attack now up to 3rd. He's taking advantage of all of that. And Jay Manry is 4th. I think Jay Manry's crew might want to start eating some of their Wheaties before every race. As Jay Manry, he had gotten around Shack Attack in stage 1, just like you just saw him, or I'm sorry, just like you might say, whoa, right now, Shack Attack looking under Super Dave for second. And Jay Manry is going to follow suit underneath. That's what exactly. If you're Jay Manry, you're exactly where you want to be, to where you just want to sit right back there and draft with the 44 car, because you're going to be able to save max fuel, because you have the draft in front of you and you have the draft behind you with that one car. So you have the benefit of the draft in the front and the back. So the 9 car can really benefit from this if he is able to, if everybody's able to stay in line, which is probably what they're going to do, since we've just started stage 2 and there are plenty of laps left. Everybody's just kind of riding right now anyway. But this could play big dividends for Jay Manry after this stage. Or I'm sorry, come at the end of this stage. That's where it could play big dividends, and the same with Super Dave. Super Dave is now in a position to get that benefit, and even so does Shack Attack in the 44. But before these guys got linked up, nose to tail, Jay Manry had the benefit of somebody in front of him for a draft for quite a few laps before they got single file. I lighted there a second. And it just hit my face. I got lighted there a second. I had to take a couple deep breaths. But right now, because I'm glad to take a deep breath, because we now have got a tight battle for the lead. And these guys are now, they're still riding, but they're letting each other know, if you make one slight mistake, I'm going to get you. Oh, just like that. As we take a ride around with Jay Manry, and as we do, you can listen to his throttle control, as he takes this lap. sit back and watch and just kind of, like I said, a little bit of a lazy night tonight, y'all. Sorry, but I had to get up real quick and use the little voice room, but we are here and we are live and we are stage 2 here at Charlotte with 4 laps to go, and Eneltown now in second behind Jay Manry, your leader. As I was just, as right before I went to a little break a minute, that Jay Manry was on the move, and here he is as the leader on point with 3 laps to go in stage 2. Oh, Eneltown clipped the apron just a little bit. Looked like maybe the one car did of Super Dave did as well. Shack Attack's going to get around the one car, take over third. And the 1, out of 1. And the 2, out of 2. Straight. We'll see. Now the roles are a little reversed this time for Eneltown. Last stage, he was in first, and Super Dave was in second. And Super Dave was tried everything he could to get around him for the stage win. And now this stage, as we come to a close as well, it's the 9 car that's in front of the 11 car of Eneltown. As Eneltown he is now doing everything he can to get around the 9, as he takes another peek to the inside here. He's still looking. The 9 with a great arc in. Closes the door down, and that actually is the end of the stage. My feed was actually a little slow. I thought we had 1 lap to go, but congratulations to Jay Manry picking up stage number 2 win. I would have to look back, and I can't remember if that's Jay Manry's first stage win of the season. But Eneltown grabs second, Shack Attack in third, Super Dave in fourth. Kenrod, slowly but surely, he's moving on up. He finished in 5th. And Fire Truck in 6th. Blazin', he also is moving up. He finished 7th in stage 2. Funagi in 8th. Dusty Rhodes in 9th. And JD rounds out the top 10. So, very interesting stage, as had several positions flip-flop, but I tell you what, that Jay Manry car, that is, I don't know what he's got under that thing, but that thing is on rails. He qualified very well in the top 5, but ended up falling back to the back right off of the start, and climbed his way up all the way to take the lead. Ooh, Dusty Rhodes looked like he got a little bit loose there in that green 20 car towards the back. Kenrod already up to 4th off of that restart. What a great rebound by the 7 car of Kenrod. Ooh. Ooh, I thought I saw something in the back, but I didn't see that 20 car smack the wall. That 20 car, I don't know, he might have a tire down, or he has got some major issues with that 20. I don't know what, but he has got some major issues. Not sure, maybe vibration or something. as we get to the leaders up here. Jay Manry in first, Shackett in second, Eneltown now in third, Kenrod in fourth, and Super Dave in fifth. As we take a ride with Kenrod riding in the fourth position. As like I said, I'm not sure if he dropped back all the way to last, but if he wasn't dead last, he was very close to it right off the start. And here he is up into the fourth spot. Oh, we got a switch up. A mistake made. Jay Manry made a mistake off of turn 4. Looked like he got it loose and slid up the track, and Shack Attack takes over and capitalizes it. And he's not going to be the only one. Eneltown is as well. Or trying to. Kenrod takes advantage of the Eneltown miscue there. Tried to. They're going to give another go at it. Eneltown, your points leader. That's what we want to do. Let's pull up the points real quick, and let's go take a quick gander at the points, because after tonight, y'all, there's only 2 races left after tonight. And as we've been saying all season long, that the way the point standings work this season in FTR is like old-fashioned rules and old-fashioned NASCAR scoring, where there is no championship playoff or any Final Four or any chase for a championship. None of that. Whoever has the most points at the end of the final race wins the championship. Old school point scoring in that way, and I love it. I love it. They went back to it. I'm so thrilled that was just another great thing that JD has done for this league over the past year of his ownership. And let's kind of get a lap count here, if we can, this next time by, as now Shackett leading for the first time today, and the first time in a long time, actually. And is at a perfect time to do it, with 44 laps left to go. In this race. Yep. Let me bring up those points. I'm interested in looking at those points too. Give me 1 second. There we go. Well, actually, I'm sorry, folks. After tonight, there are 3 races left. We have Richmond, Kentucky, and then we finish up with Homestead, Miami in 3 weeks. So Charlotte next week, Kentucky the following week, and we wrap it up with Homestead the week after that. Oh wow, it's hard to imagine. It's hard to believe that the season went that quick, and it didn't seem that quick, you know, a couple weeks in. But looking back on the season, it definitely, I think it went by quick. Now, of course, JD made the schedule absolutely incredibly intelligent, and I mean that by as we did it all year long, because I don't broadcast, and Nick and I never broadcasted any road courses, and that was for a reason this year. First and foremost, nobody watches the road courses, so there's no need to do something when nobody's going to watch it anyway. And the second reason was to give us a break, and that way it's prevented myself, and I think hopefully it's helped prevent Nick from getting too burnt out over the course of this season, which I think that was absolutely incredible, and appreciate JD thinking of that, like, and thinking about that to make the schedule the way he did. Now, of course, when we got into the playoffs, yeah, we didn't, they didn't have, or I'm sorry, actually, I'm so used to saying playoffs, and he's at the end of the very end of the season. But yeah, as we rolled to the final, I guess like the final 8 weeks of the season, that there wasn't any road courses, except the last one was Watkins Glen. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, and that was 5 weeks ago. So it worked out perfect to where it did, what we did was we were doing 3 races. We did 3 straight Sunday broadcasts, and then that 4th Sunday was a road course, to where we would be off that Sunday and had a chance to relax and not get burned out, which was absolutely a remarkable idea on JD's part. And we got a big wreck. Oh, the 44 got in, I'm not sure what happened there, into the side of the 13. I had the 44 on screen, but I wasn't paying too much attention. I was looking down, trying to pull up the championship standings, but as I looked right up, it looked like the 44 had come up the track just a little bit, not intentionally. It's everybody's long known the rules for coming back onto the racetrack here in this league. So it's obviously wasn't done intentionally, but I don't know if Shaq just he just wasn't paying attention or what, but he can look like he came right just enough up the track to where Blazin just came along and cleaned him out. And oh man, if Blazin didn't have bad luck, he would literally have no luck at all, because he just, and he got clicked the apron into the wall, into the 9 car of Jay Manry. Oh no, he has had the 9 car has had probably the fastest car all race, and that was susceptible to get damaged right there. And that's what I mentioned, that the absolutely atrocious luck that Blazin has had. He just clipped the apron and shot him right up into the track, right into the fastest car on the track all night, Jay Manry in the 9. But not over for the 9 car yet. Not over. As we have had 2 cars have to take it to the garage. That's Rodman in the 90 and Fire Truck in the 8th. Not sure what happened there. The couple just lost the engine or something, not sure. And trying to click on Funagi, there you see the interval between he and the lead pack, as there is only 29 laps to go. So there will have to be one more pit stop before this race is over. And looks like we got a run for the lead. Oh, Super Dave into the grass, big wreck. Funagi's going to round into the wall head first. Kenrod comes out unscathed, and no caution. No caution. Unbelievable. Super Dave, he just a racing incident. Looked like he just went down just a little bit too low. Shot him back up. Funagi into it. Or in it. And I'm trying to see who it was. It may have been... I'm not sure. Oh, I think it was Jay Manry. No? I'm not sure, but either way, Funagi, he got... It might have been Food, but Food got tagged and he slid. And he hit the wall dead head on. Oh man, I know Super Dave feels bad about that too, because that was just a racing incident. And Super Dave is one of the cleanest guys I know. And, you know, he's a good driver, and he doesn't race dirty or clean, and he doesn't have anything like that. Like I said, he has always raced clean, and you could tell that was just a racing mistake. But nonetheless, I know Super Dave, and he's going to be feeling bad on that one, and that's just a shame. It's just an accident, and unfortunately, that's probably going to take all of these guys out of contention, as now we're bordering on 25 laps to go. So unless these guys get the benefit of a caution, this sweet tea is good. I'm not gonna lie, this batch was good, came out good. And Super Dave, he is back on a mission, trying to come back up, and trying to salvage whatever he can, as now it opens the door now to that 7 car who was involved in the very first wreck, or incident I should say, and that is Kenrod. I said earlier, after it happened, I said he's going to need those flames to get that back up to the front, and he did just that, as he is now back up to 2nd place, and we'll take an eye on and see if he is gaining or losing, as right now he is losing just a little bit. He is now back to 1.2 behind Eneltown, the leader. So Kenrod is unfortunately going to probably come up short. But actually, like I said, they do have these pit stops, so certainly not out of the... Oh yeah, and speaking of the which, here comes Kenrod right now. And I love this move right here. I love this move because it's a perfect time to short pit. And there is only 20 laps to go, so a perfect time to call it and a short pit, if he called it at the right time, which looks like he should have, because here comes Eneltown now, this time by, the very next time by. So as long as Kenrod didn't get a black flag, this will be very interesting as it all circles around. Now, Super Dave, he has stayed out, so he's going to be probably the leader with everybody coming in. Shack Attack, JD, everybody coming in. Jay Manry, as Funagi is now just coming out. Rodman is coming in as well. So Super Dave playing the stay out as long as possible game, and see if that holds dividends. Although it's never worked for me, and I always kind of lead towards that side of the fence, because I always, I'm a burn it dry guy. And here he comes now. Now he's coming in. But the question is, did he stay out 1 or 2 laps too long? As things will continue to circle around, right now, Dusty Rhodes is being scored as the leader. Here he comes down pit road as we speak. And look what we got. We got ourselves a fight for the win here, possibly, as Kenrod now is there with Eneltown, and we've got under 20 laps to go, and Eneltown is there. Boy, that was good ice too. Oh, I'm gonna have to get me another one of those right after this, and then I'm gonna be crashing. It looks like we are getting ready to be set up for another excellent finish here. Eneltown still current your leader with a 0.3 second advantage. Shack Attack in third, Jay Manry in fourth, and JD, he has moved up and cracked the top 5. Gaining or losing. He hasn't gained or lost any time at all. It's still at 0.3. So they are just dead even here. It looks like Eneltown may have just wiggled a little bit, maybe. Maybe not. Still holding 0.3. 13 laps to go. Just kind of sitting here watching and following the line, listening to the motor of Kenrod, as it is going to come down to these two guys. As you see, Shackett there in third, but he is 1.3 seconds behind Kenrod. Kenrod is going to have the only shot, but Eneltown has actually gained a tenth of a second to 0.4. So Eneltown starting to flex his muscle a little bit. If it goes to .5, then I think it's gonna be good night, Irene. And it's still at .4. Hasn't even fluctuated once. And it is 10 laps to go, and it did click over at a .5. So Kenrod is losing a tenth, almost exactly on point, a tenth a second. Middletown crosses the line. We've got 9 to go now. Middletown stretching out that lead now. He's up .6. I think it's game over. I think it's game over for the rest of the field. Unless something just absolutely catastrophic happens to Eneltown within these last 8 laps, I'd say he's pretty much free and clear with this one. But can't say enough about the run Kenrod had coming from the back to the front after getting wrecked, which it could have very easily, many times that you get in these wrecks. This happened to me, I don't know how many times, or getting into the wall, especially when you had heavy contact with the wall. The car just will not turn the way it did, the way you needed it to, and the way it did prior to you hitting the wall. Even if it's a brand new part or whatever. They're moving now, 6 to go. One more time around. And we will have 4 more to go the next time by, as they are quickly clicking off. Did I say quickly? I meant quickly. Oh yeah, I'm tired. Checking in back here with Dave and JD one time. As you can see, a little bit of racing going on. Just trying to check in. Super Dave had a super car. He really did. Won the pole, I believe, and I'm pretty sure. Oh no, they got wrecked. Oh no, this could change everything if a caution comes out. 2 cars, will it come out? It did. Oh wow. Wow, this changes everything for Eneltown. It's yet so won just when you thought it was. Oh man, so we will have a green-white checker to decide this. Wow. Alright, here we go. A green-white checkered. Eneltown first. Kenrod second. Shack Attack third. Jay Manry in fourth. Super Dave in fifth. Funagi in sixth. And here we go. Let's see what happens in this little green-white checkered shootout. Jay Manry getting a run on the bottom here. Shack Attack grab second, use the bottom to get. Oh, we got contact. Kenrod up into the wall. Shack Attack trying to protect the to protect the bottom, but at the same time trying to get around Ingletown as we've got white flag out, 1 lap to go here at Charlotte. Can Ingletown hold on to it? Here comes Shack Attack underneath. He's got the blue lines. He's got the tires on the blue lines. He let him go. Good thing. It was a very respectful move on Shack Attack, but he's up into the wall, and Jay Manry's going to come home second with Ingletown grabbing the win. What an incredible finish. Ingletown, your winner. Jay Manry in second. Shack Attack third. Kenrod in fourth. Fire Truck in fifth. Funagi in sixth. JD in seventh. Super Dave in eighth. Dusty Rhodes in ninth. And Blazin rounds out the top 10. Wow, let's get these 3 guys in here as soon as we can, when these guys can, and just get a couple of words with them. And we definitely won't have long interviews tonight, but we certainly will always interview the top 3 podium finishers. Alright, let me get them all in here. Stand by, everybody, while I get these 3 winners up here. Oh, man. But it must not be shown online, so give me 1 second, folks. It takes a second to run through so many names real quick. Let's get all the way down. Wait a minute, I don't have Jay Manry or Ingletown. Give me 1 second, folks. I gotta see what's going on here. Alright. Alright, there's the party invites sent. There we go. All 3 got invites. So we'll just hang out a second till these guys file on in here. I'm sure these guys are probably talking amongst themselves about that finish. That was pretty... one of the more exciting finishes, actually, here that we've had this season. And it was a great finish, man. I enjoyed that. I liked that one. And Nick, if you're watching, I know you liked it. If you're not watching yet, you will later. But so you'll like that one. That was a good finish. As wondering when these guys are going. These guys should be up here anytime soon. There we go. And we got. Alright, well, we got Eneltown in. I sent the two others invites, but. Yeah, well, since we got you and, hey, I mean, let's just bring you on in, and you might be the only one that comes in tonight. So,
Yes.
well, it's not a bad thing. Like I said, we were going to try to keep things kind of short and sweet a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of beaten, a little dehydrated from yesterday, so we have a relaxed
It don't sound tip top.
a relaxed broadcast tonight. Nick took the night off. Gladly took the night off tonight. But
Well,
yeah,
okay,
man.
right
All
on.
right. So kind of fill us in about that ending.
Well, so we get a caution and we get a green white checkered. So I'm starting first and
Yeah, that
I'm leading
sucked.
up to the first.
Kid, right off the jump, that really sucked for you.
Oh yeah, that was brutal. I wasn't happy about it. I'll tell you that.
I bet
Like
not.
it's like, geez, man. Like I was grinding there to keep that lead from it, like to stay and get away from Kenrod, and then. So yeah, we get to restart, and as long as I had the bottom, like to start first, I was going to be fine. But I knew Shackett would have been third, and I know he's going to send it. Like I'm not, I know for sure.
Right.
So I lead up to the first lap, and then we come around one and two, and like I didn't have the best 1 and 2, but he was going underneath no matter what. Even if I had a perfect one, he was sending it low so he could stab it in three. And so I came up and I just kept riding them down to the bottom. I never touched them. If you're going to run that low, I'm going to keep you that low because that is really hard going to the next turn that low. And at the end, I went up to the right, and I sent it like I full throttled it as far as I could into that corner, but up high enough to give him room. And I knew he wouldn't really make that corner, and sure he popped up behind. And then once I cleared, I was able to lift a bit and catch it, and then go on.
Well, from the broadcast, I didn't see any contact made. That's not saying that I just didn't catch it or see it, but I personally
there was no
didn't.
contact.
I didn't see any contact made.
No.
And it kind of looked like a racing incident, but it looked clean all the way around because even when Jay Manrick came underneath and coming down the backstretch, he got his tires on the blue line, and as soon as he did that, he backed off. So it showed the respect all the way around, and it definitely is a shame to end up the way it was, but it certainly wasn't intentional or anything like that.
There wasn't even really in that part a race incident or anything. Like he went low, I kept him down there, I still had the angle on him, and I know going in that corner, it's not going to go in that good. You're not going to be able to just send it around, and I sent it deep, like from the top. So there was no incident. He just couldn't hit the turn right, and he drifted up. It's simply that. I was by him, and like that's where I don't get why he's so upset. It's like there was no incident. There was no contact. There was nothing that caused it other than I put him down. I kept him down there so he couldn't make the turn, and I sent it hard around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like as simple as that. It's exactly what I had to do. If I move up too early, give him room to get that inside on me, he's definitely going to win. He's just going to keep me up top. He's just going to keep me out there and give me no chance. I'm going to have no chance to win. I'm going to get stuck on the outside. He's just going to go by.
Oh, that's Charlotte. That's Charlotte. You know, if you're on the up top, you're anybody underneath you is gonna beat you. And I mean, those people can do it even if you have fresh tires and they have used tires. If they're underneath you in Charlotte, they're going to clear you at least once. And I mean, that's just it's like Daytona or Talladega in that aspect. So But yeah, I
Yeah, they
mean,
don't even have to. They don't even have to fully like clean it. Like the last lap, they can still bump you a little bit and totally ruin you. You put you up in the wall or anything and slow you down. Like there's no way I can let him get into that corner up high, down underneath me, like from the wall with him underneath me. I had to pinch him down low like that. And I was on the track. He stayed on the track. I didn't see anything wrong with what was going on.
no, there was nothing. That was just racing for a win between two guys. With 1 or 2 laps to go in the race.
Oh
That's
yeah, it's
that's
coming
all
to
that
the
was.
last turn on a green white checker.
If
When I had the thing wrapped up, I wasn't just gonna go lightly now. Like I'm telling you, I didn't lift until way later than I normally did, but I stayed up high to give him space underneath to do exactly what he did. Like so he didn't drift up and hit me right away or anything.
right, right.
And as soon as I was cleared of him, as he went in behind, I finally lifted, and I had to lift there. But it must have done something to the manual or whatever. Just seeing that, checked him up or something, and I knew I'd be able to get to the line. All I had to do was get to the line. I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have gone to the turn one, but I just had to get to the line.
Yeah, if there's one person that has her had that's good to be disappointed, it's Kenrod, man. I felt really really bad about Kenrod. And the same thing with Super Dave because he had a heck of a car too, and it would have been a great thing to see all you guys up there, but. It was what it
Yeah,
was, and it was a great race and a great finish. You
yeah,
grab
I'll
yet
say.
another win, which is
Thanks,
pretty much. I don't know if it's mathematically done it yet, but if not, you probably will next week, as far as mathematically, pretty much clinching up the another championship there. So
We'll see. We still gotta race the races. But I'll say one thing to Dave real quick. Yeah, he had a great night again. He had a really fast car. Started on the pole for his first pole ever in FTR.
yep.
And there was a time we were racing, and like he kind of got under me. I thought it was clear. I thought I gave him enough room. We didn't touch or anything, but he kind of wobbled there, and it cost him some stuff or like some time in that. I didn't think we hit, but if we did, I don't know. Our screens are always different looking. But it's sorry to him if that happened to him because that kind of took him out of it a little bit. Kind of backed him up to like fourth or fifth or something. Um, I'm sorry to him, but yeah, he had a great run. He's had a great like 5 weeks in a row here, something like that.
Yeah, he has. He
Yeah,
has, and
so
and
good for him.
hopefully he gets a win here. With the last 3 races of the season. Next week we'll be in Richmond. With 3 races to go, we got Richmond, Kentucky, and then Homestead. I want to thank
Yeah,
everybody for tuning on in tonight. Glad everybody come in and say what's up and tune in and watch the race. Eneltown grabs yet another win on his way. He's well on his way to another championship, and we'll see it. So thank you all for joining in. We'll see everybody in Richmond next week. Everybody have a great night.